Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 4th episode of the 8th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like for today's full episode, it is available for a link in the description below. Just click on it, put a password in, and enjoy. So last episode's interesting. You know, Amy and Sheldon was on a date, double dated with Penny and Leonard, and basically he's having a discussion about who's a better couple. Now obviously Sheldon, he makes everything competitive, and he's basically saying him and Amy have took a, like, I don't know, relationship test, and they've scored an 8.2 out of 10, and it's some test that's been around for like 25 years, and he was fairly confident that they would be obviously Leonard and Penny. Now obviously I agreed with that, and basically said the reason why it's a more compatibility test is because they're into more the same things, and obviously it left Penny a bit upset because she kind of knew that if she took it as well, that they would come, you know, short compared to them, and they're the ones actually getting married. Now, obviously, Len's expressed that obviously he, again, himself has got concerns about the wedding and stuff like that. You know, it's overwhelming, and basically, I was just saying at the end of the day, look, does it matter if you're more compatible on paper based on subject relations? You know, two scientists are going to score better in compatibility than two people that enjoy acting and science. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you should only care about a relationship and how each person makes you feel, and how you experience life together in the moment, and if you enjoy spending it with that person. So, you know, forget the you know, the ratings on an online test. Let's focus on what's real in real life. And obviously Leonard said that towards Penny, and she got all emotional herself, and even Amy ended up falling for it as well, saying that she wished Sheldon spoke to her the way Leonard speaks to Penny. Now again, Howard as well, he was invited to throw the first pitch at a baseball game, and you know, after practicing, just realized he's absolutely shocking, and decided, you know what, I'll take it. I'll do it with a Mars rover. Now, I've got to give him A for effort. That is a great plan, but at the end of the day, it was a slug. It was so slow, the crowd started booing as well, and that's how we finished the episode. So that was interesting. I did enjoy it, but it didn't go all as planned. So here we are now, 4th episode in. Hopefully, guys, do enjoy today's episode. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into the 4th episode of the 8th season of The Big Bang Theory.
Have you guys heard about this research team that's trying to transgenically manipulate chicken DNA to create some sort of chicken dinosaur?
I think that sounds wonderful. Tell me a dinosaur chicken salad sandwich wouldn't hit the Mesozoic spot. According to a recent study out of Oxford University, when someone takes on a new romantic partner, that person loses one or two close friends.
Why would I lose friends just because I started dating someone?
Yeah, you didn't lose anyone when you met Amy.
When this study refers to romantic partners.
I'm not the kind of guy who drops his friends just because he's in a relationship.
What happens if she doesn't like us?
You'll get a Christmas card for a couple of years and then you're dead to me.
So, Howard, is Stuart still living with your mom?
I don't want to talk about it.
But he's going to.
My mom got him cable.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Emily, you know most everybody here. This is Leonard. This is Penny.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice to finally meet you two.
Hi. Hello.
Wow, Bryce.
That was a bit hostile.
I told you she exists.
You know, Penny just started training to be a pharmaceutical sales rep. Maybe she could practice on you sometime.
Oh, it would be great to practice on a real doctor. Yeah, I'm sure that'd be fine.
Is it me, or like, does anyone else feel like she's a bit off with Penny? No, she didn't really say anything, but she was like, hello, hi. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, I suppose so. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like she was that enthusiastic about speaking to her, but I could be off. I could totally just miss something.
Last night was fun. What'd you think of Emily?
A sense she didn't like me.
Oh, there you go.
She didn't like you?
Of course not. No one ever says they don't like you straight to your face.
We have led different lives.
I used to think my high school PE teacher didn't like me, but it turned out she liked me a little too much.
Really?
Yeah, it was fine. We went to a Melissa Etheridge concert. I got an A. It all worked out.
Really went your entire life without anyone saying I hate you to your face?
Yeah.
I'd say it now, but look at those cheekbones.
All this loud music and exposed brick. What, is this a comic book store or a rave at the Third Little Pig's house?
You know, I can't even watch Game of Thrones now without thinking of my mother saying, Stuart, which one is Thrones?
You know, he might not reopen. He didn't get a lot of money from the insurance company.
There's one thing that gets my goat, it's those dadgum insurance company.
Hey, here's a thought. Why don't we put up the rest of the money that Stuart needs?
I literally just said that.
Ooh, maybe we could come up with a business plan to compete with this place.
Step 1, open comic book store. Step 2, start rumor this comic book store gives you genital warts. Step 3, buy a big bag to put the money in.
Not the
They're all in. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're all in. To be honest, right, having these guys who are actually really smart on board could actually be really decent. You know, first of all, Stuart wouldn't have to put up all of the money. I mean, maybe you could be a majority stakeholder, 60%, 10 to each of these guys, you know, that would make the 100, and he still has, you know, his store, and it's not completely, you know, out of his hands, but he gets financial backing, can run it with friends, and also if he thought before that it wasn't popular or it wasn't kind of as modern enough, maybe he's got other people who's actually could put minds together to try and strategize and make the company more, because that, let's be honest, that store looks more modern and more I don't know, like inviting in. You know what I mean? They offer you free coffees and stuff like that. And let's be honest, if someone said to me, you can come to this store or this store, both of them sell comics, but this one you get free muffins and free coffees, I'd be like, mate, I'm going that one. Do you know what I mean? It's just, what can the customer get for their value for money? And that one offers better things. So now you put these guys together with the cleverness that obviously they are. Maybe they can come up with a better approach and obviously invite new customers in.
Hi, thank you so much for letting me practice my sales pitch on you. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
I brought coffee.
Thanks. If we could get started, I'm a little busy.
I would like to talk to you about our new birth control pill, Femivra. This triphasic design provides balanced hormonal exposure, although it can cause acne, which, if you ask me, kind of increases its effectiveness as a contraceptive.
Funny.
Since the other night, I kind of feel like you might have a problem with me.
I do have a problem.
Oh my God, tell me, what did I do?
Raj told me that a while ago you two hooked up.
Well, wouldn't exactly call it a hookup.
Did you kiss?
Yeah.
Were you naked?
Yeah.
So it was a hookup.
No.
I mean, what's the problem? She's engaged now with somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I actually don't understand that problem. That's a massive insecurity from Emily's side. Do you know what I mean? It really is. Like, how long ago was that in the context of it? A year or two ago? Whatever. It's like, she's in a relationship. Mate, as if two people have never kind of got together, it's not worked out, and they're still mates and gone off and been in another relationship. Like, what's she scared of? That she's going to go and cheat on a current fiance with Raj again? Why would that? It wouldn't make any sense. They had the chance to be together if they wanted to when they hooked up, but it didn't happen. I don't know. I think that's a massive insecurity from Emily.
What are some ways we could set our comic book store apart from the competition?
Kids buy comic books. It would be great to figure out a way to get more kids in the store.
Ooh, what if we got a van and drove around and picked kids up?
Nice.
Only Sheldon would
You
actually
know,
think
like
that.
at parks and schools.
Your idea is to get a van and cruise the streets looking for kids to pick up?
Yes.
Are you going to use candy to lure them in?
Maybe.
We are now
You told Emily we hooked up?
having a conversation about past lovers.
We weren't lovers. Come on, everyone knows we didn't sleep together. We got drunk and fooled around. Why couldn't you just leave me out of it?
I would never leave you off my list. And not just because without you, we're playing fast and loose with the word list.
On the bright side, that Oxford study was right. One friend down.
I don't know what Emily's so upset about anyway. Even if I had slept with him, so what? Everyone has a past.
And I'm sure you can turn it around.
How? You can't force someone to like you.
What if you just hang around and act like her friend until you wear her down?
That won't work.
You're right. Cheers.
Oh my God, I didn't used to like you. Shh, Amy's here now.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more intrigued I am about having our own store. And we get to have fun interactions with our customers. Like, this isn't a library. Buy it or get out. As a store owner, I'll finally have a good comeback to you don't work here, shut up.
You know how Penny told Raj he should have left her off his list? Do you think when she and I had that conversation, she left people off her list?
Because if she hadn't, she'd still be wading through the list.
What difference does it make? You're the one she wants to marry.
He's right. Once, in a moment of candor, I told Amy that her hair reminded me of a duck caught in an oil spill. She stormed out. We were playing Scrabble, and I had all the letters to spell persimmon.
You don't know anything about women.
I know that if I had a wife or a fiance, I'd ask her first before I invested money in a comic book store.
There's something I wanted to run past you. Guys and I were thinking about investing in Stuart's comic book store.
Well, would you consider mounds of credit card debt kind of a big deal financially?
Yeah?
Huh.
So me and the guys were talking about this great investment opportunity.
Nope.
You didn't hear what it was.
I know. Fine, what is it?
It's to help reopen the comic book store.
Nope.
Before my dad left me and my mom, he used to take me to the comic book store.
Hell no.
That story's made up, isn't it?
I thought so.
That's how much buying a comic book store means to me.
The thing is, right, okay, if it's your own personal finances and you've got it in the back pocket, do you know what I mean? Maybe like Leonard does, then that's totally fine to actually, you know, like Penny saying, yeah, sure, go ahead, do whatever you want. Now, I understand, like, if you're in a relationship, like, obviously Howard and Bernadette, and they're actually saving collectively, he's putting some of his money in, she's putting some of her money in, and they're joint saving up so that they could move into a home together, why the partner would say no then. The reason is because we're trying to save up all this money to do one thing, and now you're going to try and take a big chunk out to go and risk it in another thing. It's not really the right time. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can have good intentions, but timing ain't right. If he has to choose one thing, so he can only invest his money in one place, it should be with his wife in the home that they're trying to get. But again, if he does have spare money on the side, then obviously you can invest into it.
Now, before I start, I need you to know that I'm very excited about this. Anything you say that isn't enthusiastically supportive will throw our entire relationship into question.
Feeling a little backed into a corner, Sheldon.
Perfect. Now, I'm considering investing in Stewart's comic book store.
Can you see how a grown man, an accomplished scientist, who invests in a store that might be wasting both his financial and intellectual resources?
No.
I think it's a terrific idea.
Wait till you hear about our van.
Why do they always bash a comic book store? If it makes money, it makes money.
Hey,
Hi.
thanks for inviting us over.
Oh, thank you for coming.
I just want to apologize for being so rude the other day.
I just love both you guys, and I want you to get along. And when I say love, I meant as a friend. Way too soon, right?
Yeah, I thought I'd be okay with it, but then I saw how pretty you are.
Oh, gosh, that's so sweet. I mean, look at you. You are gorgeous.
And it says something about the man who could bed you both.
He's digging himself a hole.
You get why I've been alone most of my adult life.
Brings you by? Well, I don't need a reason. It's my house.
Try and call first.
Okay, let's get down to business. Howie was thinking about putting up some money to help you reopen the store.
I appreciate the offer, but actually, your mother already gave me the money. Said she was happy to help out her boobala.
Ma, you are canceling that check, and Stewart is not your bubble. I'm your bubble. You can't have more than one bubble.
At least he's up and out the house. Now, again, do you remember a couple episodes back where I said that Stuart hadn't really done anything wrong in terms of he just being there, having a good time, supporting his mum, you know, getting a roof over her head and just obviously keeping her company. Like, and obviously Howard was upset and he was moaning and obviously just back and forth. Then in that episode I said that really, I didn't think he actually done anything that bad. In today's episode, I do think it's bad. The fact is, he's gone, I don't know how much the story is. Honestly, I don't know. So I'm just throwing around random figures. But even if it's 10,000, which it clearly has got to be more, you know what I mean? But I'm just going on the low balling end. Even taking 10 grand off his mum is wrong. It just is. You know what I mean? Whether or not she wants to put it up because she likes him, it's just, I just personally don't think it's right. And that is, I do have a bit of uncomfortable feelings towards it, if that makes sense. I don't really know. Like, having the investment of obviously Sheldon, Leonard, and obviously Rad and Howard, I'm all game. You know what I mean? Taking the money off Howard's mum as a gift, no, I think that's a step too far.
We should have dinner one night with you and Leonard.
Oh, we would love that.
Great!
Maybe she's mad at him over there.
I hate her.
I'm really disappointed we're not gonna have our own comic book store.
It's so nice to have a place that was ours, so we could just sit and read comics in peace. I guess it was too good to be true.
Yeah, actually, it's too good to be true, to be honest. Like, I know that they're just there chilling in that apartment doing exactly what they just said, but, like, how fun would it have actually been to see them try to invest into it and obviously put the efforts into something different than what they currently do and, you know, see the progression and the advertising and see if they could back and forth, you know, with ideas and see how they would cope in an environment where they're all working together and they got to team up because they've all mutually invested in something that they can't really let it fail. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would be really good. And I feel like sometimes this show, I wouldn't say it's a massive tease and I'm absolutely devastated that it didn't go through, but, like, you know, sometimes he drops stuff in where I think that would be really good to see. I'd actually really like that, and then it doesn't really come through. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, okay. You know, they tried to buy it and they didn't. Again, I'll reiterate what I just previously said, that I do kind of think it's a bit too much for Stuart to go and take the money off Raj's mum. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now, I picked up on the negative vibes from Emily and Penny instantly. Now, to be honest, Penny didn't do anything wrong. She come straight in, introduced herself, seemed really happy. As soon as she met Penny, no, straight away, it felt that negative energy. I think I paused it, when we went into the first intro of this in the show. So it was like 2 minutes in, I was saying, not really too sure. And then Penny straight away, obviously when we press play, was saying that she picked up on the negative vibe as well. And now obviously if you fast forward to the information that she's obviously been passed on to by Raj, basically said that they've hooked up before, but I get it, you know what I mean? He classes it as a hookup, nothing technically happened. From my recollection of that, was it the ending of season 4? Did we actually ever see them kiss ourselves? We know that he didn't have sex because he basically said, look, he was kind of getting close. She was like touching him and whatnot, and then kind of just finished, but he was like, it was good for me anyway, but I don't think they actually had sex. I never actually seen them kiss, or if we did, I can't remember it, so obviously it's not that deep, is it? Do you know what I mean? We haven't really followed on from that at the end of season 4. We're in season 8 now, you know what I mean? So that's like 4 seasons where it's not really been a thing, and Raj is too open and honest. Now I understand why she might be a little bit, I don't know, hostile or upset, because Penny is pretty in and she may feel like she's going to be a threat towards them, spending a lot of time with an ex, but not really an ex. And to be honest, there's nothing to worry about considering that she's got a fiance herself. And if you look at it logically, do you know what I mean? Like, one night of making out is not the same as, ever cheating on somebody. So I get why she was kind of a bit wary, but, even they met up and went to an apartment and tried to spend the night together and invited around for a double date, both of them still not catching vibes. So it's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be the downfall to Raj's relationship with Emily, to be honest, because she's probably going to put him in a position where he's going to have to choose. Like Shadow was saying, when somebody gets in a relationship, they statistically lose some friends. It's going to be in that. She's probably going to turn around and say, look, you're going to have to choose between your friends and being with Penny in that group or being with me. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, even though he wants to be with Emily and he was joking that he dropped them, I reckon that obviously he's going to choose his friends over her. But that's kind of sad, isn't it? Because actually what Raj should be happy. And again, obviously talking about the guys and trying to invest in the comic book store, I really think that it would have been a good idea and I would like to see it. And I do like Stuart, and I don't really think he's ever done anything wrong in the show before, and he's a good recurring character, but I do feel like obviously taking the money from Howard's mum is a step too far, and on this time I'm fully on Howard's side and justified for him to be angry and upset and not want to talk to him and try and hash it out with his mum. I do feel like, again, like I said, it is a bit too far from Stuart, but I'll be interested to see what his store looks like if he gets it brand new and see how he does a new renovation of it. Obviously now he's got the money, he's going to reopen. That is going to wrap up today's episode though. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.